Hello, everyone. I will take a couple minutes here just to speak and restate what I'm doing here, which is an honor mode attempt to playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm doing this because I love the game, I enjoy the gameplay, and I find the combat to be quite engaging. Also, in anticipation of Baldur's Gate 3, a game which I'm very excited to play, which is currently in early access, although I am not playing it yet. I want to beat Divinity Original Sin 2 before I even touch Baldur's Gate 3. My progress, I've put a couple hundred hours, well, probably about 150 hours into Divinity 2 currently. So I have a pretty good understanding of the game's mechanics and how it functions in that respect. I have a pretty good understanding of the story, on limited to the island on which you first go, where Fort Joy is located. I don't know the exact name of that island. I've played a couple times through, like, there's a cemetery after the island on the mainland, and I've deliberately limited my knowledge of the game because personally I find it fun to play it through yourself, like discover things yourself rather than watching or hearing it from another person, which is kind of contradictory exactly to what I'm doing here, which is recording myself playing through the game. But I understand how it could be enjoyable to watch another person play through a game, and I've watched other people play through games plenty of times, and I will probably continue to do so. But I like finding it out for myself, so to speak. So, like, I don't actually know where the story goes very much beside after the mainland. I know it very well on the Fort Joy Island, but I don't know much after that. I've been to, like, there's a cemetery area and the main town I've been through a bit, but after that I don't know much. I had an honor mode playthrough I did without recording a while ago, and I made it to, there's a lightning boss down in a grave somewhere, and he killed me. I alt forward to, like, avoid a game wipe, because if you die in honor mode, your save file is deleted. So it's like hardcore, and it keeps you to it, which personally I love hardcore games because it emulates life a lot more. Like, you only get one chance, you only have one life in what we perceive to be our reality. And so I love playing games that way. Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Star Fox 64. And I'm just looking and seeing I'm 5 minutes into this. I'll try to progress a bit from there. On a production level, I think I have improved the quality. I need to upgrade my internet, and then I could really get things going. I'm kind of limited right now. So, wants to set up a Patreon, anyone listening, I ask for your support. I just need a base following to really get going. Once I can pay my bills off of Patreon, I probably won't even mention that. I'll just do what I want to do. But I will need to set up, or I just need revenue. If I can make money playing games, I can create content around that, and that's what I'm here trying to do. So that's the production aspect of it, and I'll continue to refine myself. I'm here. I understand, personally, I find my main weakness currently to be my lisp. So that'll be what I'm working on first to get to an acceptable level. I will watch. So I'll mention my avenues. I'm uploading this playthrough to YouTube. I want to beat Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm just stating the full name there. I want to beat the game before I play Baldur's Gate 3, and I'll probably do so on honor mode and record my attempts. As I stated earlier, I have limited my knowledge of the game, and for other games I will do so. Just like a lot of people read guides and figure it out, and if they like playing that way, it's fine. My friend Josh, gets it thrives off of that, but I like figuring it out for myself and then asking other people, like getting to a spot where I personally find a question and then going from there. So I have no idea what anyone watching this would be for. I did decide that I'm making these videos for myself. Anyone watching, if you comment, I'll read it, as I'm not limited by the amount of comments yet to where it's a significant impact on the time I have. So anything said, I'll read, and of course, I would just... Negativity is fine if it is truthful. I'll accept that. But I don't appreciate non-applicable trolling. Right? You can troll me about things that are true, like my lisp and how I stutter, whatever. Just keep it truthful in your criticism. That's all I ask, and I'll try and learn and improve from that. I'm fine with that, whatever. I just don't hate. I hate if people are trolling in ridiculous reasons. So I've been rambling far too long. On the topic of the playthrough, I'll get going. I think I've found a better video quality. To get into it, I've just landed on the shore after the boat was destroyed by the void monster. Okay, so before I get more into it, I'll just recap what my intentions are with the recording here. The music is a bit loud for my taste, but I'm sure it'll be fine for people. I'm gonna play through rather naively. As I said, I know the story pretty well on this island, but after the island, I don't know it too well. I'm gonna let any audio dialogue play. I just want to hear it, and I'm gonna play through this from a lore-focused perspective. I'll keep reading every book I feel like, or basically every book I'll read out loud until someone comments on YouTube telling me to stop, and it gets a bunch of upvotes, and I agree with them. Then I'll stop. Until then, I'll keep reading. And that's my offer to people. If you're interested in watching my content, I'm trying to explain what you might expect from my future videos in this series. I wish I was more concise. This has ran on for about 11 minutes now, as my timer tells me, and I want this playlist to be focused specifically on my gameplay. And it's gonna be uncut, like unedited footage, but I hope for it to be engaging most of the time. I'll try to work on my my voice and everything as we go along, but I need to start producing content, so here I am. And this is a game I'm interested in. I've gone through the tutorial island probably around 10 times. I've seen a few videos on abusable strats, but as I'm playing on honor mode, there's like a specific code of conduct I would kind of follow myself, to where I wouldn't use like super cheesy abusable strats, and so I'll avoid those as I play through. Like if you're looking for a speed run, this is not it. I'm just playing through it for my own entertainment and as practice for myself, or what I consider, just practice for myself. Alright, so, as I've ranted on for far too long, hopefully you can see, this is my honor mode save file. You only get one, and it auto deletes if all your characters die. In my previous video, I almost died in the very first combat encounter I ever had. So, I'll try to be careful. I want to, my intention is to play through this kind of similar, I'm trying to play through as if I were placed in the situation. Okay? So I'll do whatever I feel like I would have done if I was placed in the situation. On this tutorial island, I've been here quite a few times. I've completed everything on the tutorial island, so I know it already. So I probably won't go through everything. And I'm trying to play through like as if I was placed in this situation. Okay? I'm sure anyone watching understands, and I've wasted their time already. I'm trying to make the videos for myself. I'm loading in. And if you're listening, I hope you can enjoy. Here we go.
It seems something wanted me alive.
The seagulls are rather loud. It's a nice statue.
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
Oh, a bowstring. What are you doing here, kid?
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm sorry to have scared you.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Well, what's your name then?
Why?
Well, I don't know how to prove it to you, but I wouldn't hurt you.
But are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Yes, I am.
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard. He lifts his mirror up to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy.
Well, I can't prove it, but I feel like I do have source, but it's restrained. But that doesn't mean they aren't also crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
You seem pretty young. Are your parents taking care of you?
They're gone now. Their magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
It's a pretty dangerous place to be for a kid.
But you didn't die.
I was very lucky.
I guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
That is true. We're both very lucky.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean.
That's a fair point, and you're a very brave kid.
You'll see.
I believe you. And I hope to see what you become. What do you have to share? To trade? A toy block? Well, I'll give you a deck of cards. May you have fun with it. I cannot reach. Shoo, seagulls. Some whisperwood. Short stick. Voidlings. Don't mind me. Just a bush. Strolling
Those are
along.
the same beast that sank our ship. Damn, they've made it to shore.
There's more. They've survived. They're quite spooky. Loot the scraps. I think if I get the jump on them, I can handle. I missed! They didn't notice. That was spooky. Die. I'll hide a bit. with my own blood. No, I am dead. It's over. Oh no. Wow. Oh, brutal. And thus, a life can end. Good game, fellas.